What's up, LA Live Gang? This is your boy AC, and I'm back with another quick hit edition of LA Sports Live. As you guys come into the building, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, and I really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, if you just found it, brother, go ahead and subscribe. And while you at it, make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every day when we drop new videos here on YouTube. Guys, hold on a minute. All right, straight now. Anyway, you guys see the thumbnail, you see the title. Let's get straight to it, man. I just come to a realization today that this Lakers season, uh, it's gonna kind of hinge and on one thing. You know, there's gonna be one thing that's a major determining factor on exactly how successful the LA Lakers are this season. Um, seeing that team up close in person yesterday in Vegas. Um, I didn't get to see Anthony Davis. The team is clearly better, clearly improved from last season. No doubt about that. As long as everybody stays healthy, this team will clearly be better, much improved than last season, and will most definitely make the playoffs, for sure. Depending on the health. But you know, looking around the league, um, looking at the teams that are really, really legit championship contenders. I mean, come on, Golden State Warriors are really legit championship contenders. Milwaukee Bucks are legit championship contenders. Um, I don't know what's going to happen with the Bucks. Um, those teams have multiple star players, and no, I didn't mention the Flippers. No, I didn't mention them for good reason. But anyway, those teams have one thing in common, is well, one or two things in common is they have multiple star players, and usually multiple star players who usually stay relatively healthy. And watching the team last night, we saw LeBron James have a bounce back game yesterday. Coming off his 0 for 7 performance in the season opener. He bounced back and scored 21 points in one half. Halftime, Darvingham shut him down. But after watching that team last night, we got some more good pieces. We got some good pieces. We have some pieces that are going to help LeBron James, um, most notably Kendrick Nunn, and we got some more pieces coming that haven't even played yet, i.e., Lonnie Walker, Dennis Schroeder, and Mr. Brown. Um, but I really do feel, and I'm not talking bad about Anthony Davis, but what type of season he has and his availability is really going to make or break this Lakers team in this season, man. Anthony Davis has to have a good season this year, and you know what, he has to play 60. This is what I'm going to say: 66 to 72 games for the Lakers to really be a contender, man, and to really go far and eventually win a championship. 66 to 72 games. And and I might have to reduce that to 60 to 66 games. But we really need him to be on the floor. He's a difference maker offensively and defensively. But if he's not on the floor, man, it's over for the Lakers. And one thing that came to my mind, and this is not going to be a long lie, but one thing that came to my mind is, if Anthony Davis doesn't have an MVP type season, if it's a season marred by injuries, um, you know, you know, I'm going to feel like I'm wasting my time because the team can't do it without him. Russ, LeBron, and Kendrick Nunn are not enough. They need a difference maker, and Anthony Davis is a difference maker. He's a matchup problem, a walking matchup problem for most of the teams in the league. And if he's just not available, it's going to be a problem for the Lakers. Um, and the reason why I bring this up, and I don't really like to talk a lot of trash and critique a lot of players heavily, but Anthony Davis was a last minute scratch from last night's game in Vegas, and I'm kind of pissed off because I wanted to see him play. But these kind of things happen, and I don't think he's seriously injured. But here's my point in all this. I'm gonna wrap it up and I'm be done. Of course, the Lakers have a preseason game number 3 tonight in Vegas, and it was already announced that Big Three won't play. Um, and I think Patrick Beverly may or may not play. I don't know about Kendrick Nunn. Anyway, um, if Anthony Davis is just not, if he's not around and up to his full capacity, 60 to 66 games of the season, man, it's just a waste of time, bro. We need that guy. And like a lot of people have heard and a lot of people said, the best ability is availability. And the Lakers at this point in time, it's a make or break season for Anthony Davis. We need him available. We need him on the court as an active contributor offensively and defensively. And I'm not going to overreact to him being a last minute scratch because I'm like this, man. You know, I'm not necessarily questioning Anthony Davis's heart. I'm not going to do that to another man. I'm not going to do that. But one thing I will say about him, and something he's going to have to think about and evaluate or whatever, and maybe make a change, this season or next season. Um, you guys ever seen that video coverage of the late great Kobe Bryant? Um, it was during a regular season game. I don't think it was a playoff game, and it was a play underneath the basket, and one of Kobe's fingers got dislocated. Right, his fingers got dislocated. I think it was a break into action. I don't even think they called a timeout. He ran over to former Laker coach Gary Vitti, showed him his hand. Gary Vee quickly grabbed the hand, kind of pulled his hand, kind of pulled his hand down, yanked on that finger that was dislocated, popped it back in place. Um, Kobe went down. He didn't go down, but he bent both of his knees. Obviously it was painful. But guess what? He stayed in the game. He stayed in the game. Play continued, and that was it. He stayed in the game. Play continued, and that was it. Can you guys picture Anthony Davis doing that? There would have been a timeout called. He probably would have had to been taken to the back, and they would have had to probably draw the shades uh and everything, and pull him behind the closed doors and get his finger back in socket, and he'll probably be back for the next game. Um, my whole point of this is this, man. Um, the NBA has a long, grueling season, 82 games. And like I said, in order for the Lakers to have a season even worth talking about, he's going to need to be available for 60 to 66 games minimum. And what Anthony Davis is going to have to figure out, him or some people on his team, some people around him or whatever, is look, man, he's going to have to ratchet up his tolerance of pain and discomfort. I don't know exactly what's going on. I kind of believe that there's something going on with his body, and he's just not able. You know what I'm saying? To tolerate a lot of pain, and then maybe that's just something he's gonna have to adjust or whatever. But you want to have a long NBA career. You want to go down as one of the greats, or do you want to be known as street clothes, man? Here we are at preseason, and you're missing games, and people are covering, saying they want to get out in front of it and stuff like that. But I can remember his first season with the Lakers when they were over in China, and he had a situation. He pinned one of his fingers or something like that against the backboard. He missed a game or two or something like that, and then I didn't think much of it. But now here we are 3 years later, and these little things keep happening to him, where he's got to miss time, and I'm not saying lower back stiffness is not a big deal, or it is a big deal, or it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna say that at all. But all I'm saying is, man, I don't know what Anthony Davis's goal is to be, or what he wants people to think about him when he's done playing in the NBA. Uh, he was elected to the NBA 75 team. Some people thought he deserved it. Some people thought he didn't deserve it. I could tell you one player that definitely deserved it over him would be his former teammate Dwight Howard. But Anthony Davis, man, you gotta come correct, bro. You gotta. I don't. I don't. I'm not a former player, so I don't know what to tell you to do. But all I'm saying is, man, these little knickknacks and stuff like that, and sometimes it just really doesn't appear that missing games is that big of a deal to you, man. If it's not that big of a deal to you, it's not that big of a deal to you. The Lakers will have to look at that, make their determinations and judgments, and decide what they want to do long term with him. But another thing that frustrates me with him, and I'm gonna get up out of here. They asked him about his training situation over the summer and what did he do, and we've been hearing this for the last 2 or 3 years. And this year he comes out and says he wants to play every all 82 games. But then they asked him what did he do, and then he says he's done nothing different. He did exactly the same thing. So my question is this, man: do you just want to be a good player and make a lot of money and want everybody to think that you don't care what they think about them, what they think about you? Or do you really truly want to go down as one of the greatest to ever play the game, leave your mark on the league? And when people say the name Anthony Davis, you want them to say multiple All Star, multiple, uh, great defensive player, multiple first time, first team all defensive player, multiple time champion. Do you want them to say that, or do you want to say, man, great talent? He could have been a lot better, but he was always hurt. Um, I don't know what it is with Anthony Davis, man. I don't know if he just does not love. I don't know if because you see, I don't know if he's one of those kind of players who's good at basketball and they play it, i.e., Andrew Bynum, and I'm not comparing them, but Andrew Bynum did not love the game of basketball. He'll be the first to tell you that. I'm not so certain, man, that Davis loves the game of basketball, and if he doesn't, that's fine. If he doesn't, that's fine because he just happened to be born on this earth, born with enough talent to to be one of the best one of the best in the world at this time, and he's able to play on a professional level, and he's paid handsomely for it. And that's fine. And it does not require you to love the game in order to do that. But if he wants to go down as truly one of the all time greats, and if he wants to go down as one of the true all time greatest Lakers, you're gonna have to ratchet it up a little bit, brother. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. These missing games here and there, man, or whatever. You got a bad reputation. Uh, People in the league, players in the league, management in the league, snickering and laughing at you behind your back. I don't know. They don't even have him. I don't think they got him in the top 10 of players in the NBA, the latest ESPN poll, and that's ridiculous. He should be. He's a top 10 talent for sure. But but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Is he just satisfied being a great talent who plays the game of basketball, or does he want to be go? Does he want to go down as being held as one of the greatest to ever play, one of the greatest and most skilled big men to ever play the game? I don't know what his goals are, man, but we're gonna see this season, man, what he's really made of. Anyway, that's just one man's opinion. This your boy AC, LA Sports Live. You guys tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Like I said, Lakers preseason game number 3 in Vegas versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. It'll be interesting to see. Minnesota has their new twin towers, Gobert and Big Cat. I understand there's something going on with Big Cat with him and his family. I'm not for sure. Prayers out to Big Cat. We'll see what's going. We'll see if he actually plays tonight. But should be a good game. Like I said, the Lakers' big three, as far as I know, they will not play tonight. So we're gonna get a big heavy dose. I think of Kendrick Nunn and Maxi Christie and maybe Pat Bev and Scottie Pippen Jr. and Cole Swider and AR-15 and Thomas Bryant and DJ, and we'll see what these guys can do tonight. They're not going to have any of the big three to bail them out, and it'll be interesting to see, who kind of takes on the leadership role and all that good stuff. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about in the comments below. I'm gonna get up out of here, and I'll wrap with y'all later.